The top 15 Fortnite emotes that nobody uses. I'm not just making this information up. There is a Fortnite server which tells you which cosmetics are the most used and the least used. So I thought let's go ahead and check out which emotes nobody uses. Some of these emotes are on here just because of how rare they are, so not many people use them, or the other reason is because they're not very good and there's no reason to use them. But at the 15th spot we do have Tea Time, which was only in the item shop twice, and this was now last seen over 400 days ago. So it's actually a pretty rare emote which hardly anybody has, and it did come out in chapter 2 season 6, which wasn't one of the best seasons, so there wasn't as many people playing, meaning less people bought the emote. I do think Tea Time is a pretty unique emote, but I guess it's nothing too crazy. For the number 14 spot, we have Penalty. I'm just guessing nobody uses this emote because why would you use this? I mean, it's not got any music to it and it only lasts around 2 seconds. So yeah, hardly anybody uses this. So straight on to the number 13 spot, we have Gloss, lasting over 330 days ago. This is actually going to be the only Icon series emote in this video, and I believe the reason why it's not used is just because of how rare it is. I mean, it only came to the shop twice and it's never returned since. I have spoke about this emote in previous videos, mentioning how rare it actually is and hardly anybody has it. If it came to the item shop more times, I don't think it would be in this video because it is a pretty decent emote. So straight on to the number 12 spot, we have Pick It Up. This emote is actually really good and I know a lot of people want it to return, but the main reason why it's in this video for nobody using it is just because hardly anybody has it. It's not been out for almost 1000 days and it was only in the item shop 3 times. If this emote was in the 30-day rotation, there's no doubt in my mind that it wouldn't be in the video because a lot of people would be using it. I mean, the music itself is really good, it's only here because of how rare it is. On to the number 11 spot, we have Raining Doubloons. I'm kind of surprised that nobody uses this emote because I don't think it's bad, but now that I think about it, yeah, I never actually see anybody using it or talking about it. I mean, it's not rare, it did come back for St. Patrick's Day in March. The only reason I could think of is that maybe people just don't really like the music to this emote. I mean, it's not the best, but I just didn't think it would be one of the least used. At the number 10 spot, we have Balletic, lasting almost 500 days ago. This is kind of a rare emote. I mean, I don't feel like many people bought this and I never see anyone using it. Not only that, but it was in the item shop a total of 6 times, which isn't that many. Also, there is the 200 V-Buck pirouette emote, so I feel like people bought that and then they didn't buy Balletic. But I do actually like Balletic, and me personally, I do use it. It is on my favorites. I think it's quite an underrated emote, so it's kind of surprising to see it on this list. I don't really know how the Fortnite community feel about this emote, so let me know in the comments. Do you like Balletic? Do you own it? Or would you buy it if it came back? But I'm not really surprised about the number 9 spot because we have the It's Good emote. This emote literally lasts for like 2 seconds and it's kind of pointless. Nothing much to say about it. It's pretty boring, doesn't have any music. And to be honest, there's not really any reason for people to be using this emote unless you're making some kind of cutscene in replays or something like that. So yeah, not surprised about that one. But what I am surprised about is Team Space at the number 8 spot. I know this emote, they just put up the alien sign, but I do feel like I've seen people using this, especially because when it came to the item shop, a lot of people bought it and it matched the entire alien theme back in chapter 2 season 7. So I'm kind of surprised that since that release no one uses it. I mean, to be fair though, I don't use it and I never see anyone using it, but I just didn't expect it to be at the number 8 spot. So moving on to number 7, we have Llama Conga, last seen almost 500 days ago, and this was only in the item shop a total of 4 times. This emote used to be one of the rarest in the game because it only ever came out once, but then they brought it back with a vaulted a year or more item shop and it stayed there for 3 days. I think it's super underrated. I feel like not many people speak about this emote, and I also feel like not many people even like it, but me personally, I do really like it and I do actually use it. If you guys have ever been in my Twitch streams, you'll know which emotes I use, and this is definitely one of them. I do quite like the music and it's traversal too, so you know, you can just walk around doing it. I don't think it deserves to be at number 7. It shouldn't even be in this video. On to the number 6 spot, we have Eureka, and I actually didn't realize that this emote was kind of rare. I mean, it's not been out for almost 300 days and it was only in the item shop 5 times. So first off, you might want to check your locker to see if you own this because yep, it's kind of rare. But second of all, I'm not surprised to see it in this video. The emote is pretty decent, but like it's nothing too special and there's no reason for people to be using it unless you're making a skit or something in replays. There's just not much going on, so I'm not surprised that this emote is in the video. I don't think it's a part of any set, and I'm not really sure why this emote released. And maybe it's not returned for a while because nobody was buying it. For the number 5 spot, we have Snow Day, last seen over 560 days ago. This is a winter emote, but it actually never returned last winter, so that's why it's really rare. But also, there's not really any reason to use this emote, especially when it's not in the winter. So I literally just think that's the reason why nobody uses it. At the number 4 spot, we have On the Hook, last seen over 470 days ago, and it was only in the item shop a total of 4 times. Again, this used to be one of the rarest emotes in the game, and then they did bring it back in 2021, but they only brought it back once, and since then it never returned. In my opinion, I just don't think it returned because not many people bought this emote. I mean, it's 500 V-Bucks and all you do is fish, and that's about it. I don't think it's bad. I do definitely think it's unique, and this is the only emote like this in the game. But I feel like mainly people buy emotes for music and stuff, and I know for sure a lot of people are missing this one. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see it on this list, to be honest. So for the 3 least used emotes in Fortnite, coming in at the 3rd spot, we have Go Home. But this is not Go Home and Welcome, it's only the one which is Go Home. All the way from Season X, a limited time emote which will never return to the game, last seen over 1,000 days ago. Now again, with these emotes Go Home and Welcome, I definitely think more people bought Welcome. I mean, I know 2 people that are missing Go Home, but they own the other one. I feel like the Welcome one was just a little bit more friendlier, you know what I'm saying, a bit better. But nevertheless, the Go Home is just never used, which is why it's in this video. But also, it is rare, so that could be a factor of why it's in here as well. For the 2nd spot though, we have the rarest item shop emote in the game right now, which is Tuss. Last seen now over 1,015 days ago from Season X, and it was only in the item shop a total of 2 times. Now this is literally the rarest emote to exist in Fortnite's history. There's not an emote which is more rare than this right now in the game. It has been updated with an orange background, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to return at Halloween. I feel like that's probably more likely to happen than anything else. But of course, another reason why it's at the number 2 spot is just because of how rare it is, and that's why nobody uses it, because they don't have it. So now at the number 1 spot, the least used emote in Fortnite right now goes to Rolly Rider. Last seen almost 400 days ago, and it was only in the item shop twice. This only released in Chapter 2 Season 7, and I remember when it came out saying that this emote was going to be rare because nobody was buying it or speaking about it. And if Tuss releases, I actually believe this will be the rarest emote in Fortnite. I know it's only been 400 days, but still it's about how many people actually own it, not about the days. So thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know which emotes you had, and I will see you all in the next one.